What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online JAMILY? Jamiroquai 2000 here with yet another episode of the QUAICast JAMILY podcast. All the latest Jamiroquai news in a nice, digestible, auditorial form. In this episode of the QUAICast podcast JAMILY podcast, I'm going to be giving you yet another update of all my ever-recurringly updating infographics concerning Jamiroquai Album 9, so you continue to be in the know on what's been happening and developing with Jamiroquai Album 9. Now, for anybody who didn't listen to my prior first new video of the QUAICast JAMILY podcast back in early August, Jamiroquai Album 9 has been making considerable progress, and lots of different updates and news has been flowing out, at least through the tributaries of the internet towards my direction. And there's been a lot of developments, so I thought we did recently get two very interesting, I'll discuss this in a future episode of the QUAICast podcast, I'll be touched on in this episode, but we got two pretty amazing cryptic videos from JK via the Jamiroquai HQ social media here to the tail end of August of 2025, and I thought this really did necessitate an update of this ever-updating infographic with all the latest factoids that I've so far learned on my own, or have come out into the open in previous examples of Matt Johnson live stream Q&A on his YouTube channel, not to mention the aforementioned two new viral videos from JK. So here are all the known factoids for this episode of the QUAICast JAMILY podcast for August 20th of 2025 of all the known factoids for Jamiroquai Album 9, which is still optimistically, with a big asterisk, hopefully going to be coming out sometime in 2026, hopefully preferably the first quarter, but here we go. These are the known factoids, and I did color code these yellow to confirm unconfirmed and white as being confirmed. So here's a quick rundown of the nearly 25 known factoids for Jamiroquai Album 9 for anybody who didn't have the luxury of checking out my previous episode here on the QUAICast JAMILY podcast. Now, this first factoid is unconfirmed. Originally at 11 tracks as of December 2024, 14 tracks have been worked on for the new Jamiroquai album. Now, these next four factoids are all confirmed. The new album will have a lyrical theme running throughout it. No new album name is known as of late for Jamiroquai Album 9. No collabs with other musical artists are planned for the ninth Jamiroquai album. And Heels of Steel is a track title on the new 9th Jamiroquai album track list. Now, this next factoid is unconfirmed. A third party will be doing the final album mixing once the recording sessions have reached a finality. These next two factoids are both confirmed. Rob Harris has co-writing credits on the 9th Jamiroquai album. As of April 2nd of 2025, brass section recordings started for the new 9th Jamiroquai album, with more sessions planned to be transpiring for the brass section in May of 2025. This next factoid is unconfirmed. The brass section is comprised of 2 to 4 musicians that will be comprising the brass section recording for the 9th Jamiroquai album. And this next factoid is unconfirmed. Incidental recording started between May to June of 2025. Now, the rest of these factoids, including the factoids that were derived from the aforementioned Matt Johnson YouTube Q&A, are all confirmed. The last weeks of May of 2025 was focusing on working on vocals and tidying everything up recorded up to that point. Something visual was hinted to be happening in June of 2025, and sure enough, a new video from JK and Rob Harris recording guitar solos on one of the new song playbacks of new material from Jamiroquai Album 9 made its way onto Jamiroquai HQ social media. The ongoing recording sessions will be comprised of multiple band members doing the recording of their portions for the 9th Jamiroquai album, including drummer Derek McKenzie, bassist Paul Turner, and of course main guitarist Rob Harris. String section recording for the new album started in late June into early July of 2025. As of late June 2025, reworkings were being done to the new material on Jamiroquai Album 9. According to band queries, the extrapolated release date for the new 9th Jamiroquai album will be sometime in 2026. And in the same coin of information, the first single for the new album is also extrapolated for a late 2025 release. And finally, I must stress these extrapolated release dates for the aforementioned 9th Jamiroquai album and its connected first single release are not written in stone and could change at any time. Now, these following factoids were all derived from the aforementioned Matt Johnson keys. Now, of course, that's the keyboardist of Jamiroquai. Well, he did a YouTube Q&A answering many questions about his solo career, his work with Jamiroquai, and about the 9th Jamiroquai album on a Q&A that is available at his YouTube channel that transpired on July 23rd of 2025. And here are those factoids derived from that live stream. Matt commented that Heels of Steel is not the name of the new Jamiroquai album title, which he admits he didn't like that title, but hinted that JK has picked a funny name, in quotation fingers, for the ninth Jamiroquai album. Matt confirmed that the new Jamiroquai album will be coming out sometime in 2026. Matt noted probably but not surely, with the words probably and surely being completely capitalized, that the first single from the new ninth Jamiroquai album will be out sometime in the autumn of 2025. Matt did confirm in a major piece of news update that JK is having a new hat made to coincide with the new Jamiroquai album era, but could not go into details on what it will look like or who is going to be making that new ninth Jamiroquai JK hat. And finally, Matt said special guests will be performing on the ninth Jamiroquai album, but could not go into detail on who those musicians could be or on what new Jamiroquai songs on that ninth Jamiroquai album they will be appearing on. And finally, in a bit of an unrelated note, but kind of a major piece of news concerning Jamiroquai and their record label of the last two album cycles, of course, 2010's Rock Dust Lifestar and the most recent 2017's Automaton. Jamiroquai is no longer under Universal Music Group for their recording label releasing capacity, but he could not say where the ninth Jamiroquai album, which has been literally worked on over the last 2 to 3 years, where that album could be coming out in the future once it comes out, hopefully, optimistically, extrapolatingly, sometime in 2026. Now, those are all the known factoids as of right now. So let's move on to the factoids that are not really factoids, but more concerningly speculations and interpretations by me and fellow members of the JAMILY once these videos were both released. Now, these new edition factoids are yielded mostly from, and my fellow JAMILY speculations and interpretations, as I've noted, from 2 cryptic viral videos uploaded to the Jamiroquai HQ official social media done by JK and a character sporting a thick American accent. So consider all of these new factoids, or should I say speculations, to be completely unconfirmed till confirmed in the future by either the band members of Jamiroquai, their management, or their new record label. Both of these viral videos, as aforementioned, were recorded by JK and uploaded on the Jamiroquai official social media on August 10th and 11th of 2025. It was confirmed to me by Jamiroquai HQ, which makes these videos really key, that these 2 viral videos are nods and are hinting to the upcoming ninth Jamiroquai album. So, hence these speculations being done in the first place. So let's go through them one at a time. In the first JK viral video, while showing off, JK is showing off his newly resprayed 355 GTS Ferrari. He references and he does a lot of heavy references to the 1996 Cosmic Girl music video, which many members of the JAMILY will recall was where JK, Toby Smith, and all the band members were driving in their high-performance cars, including a purple Lamborghini, which was owned by JK, and of course that aforementioned black GTS Ferrari, which was owned by Toby Smith. And he emphasizes about wanting to, quotation fingers, go into the past. In the first video, JK repeatedly used choice verbiage, that's choice words and phrases. This could be interpreted as capitalization, new songs or lyric fragments from the ninth Jamiroquai album, including the following keywords: love child, change the script, and change the flavor. In the second viral video that JK uploaded on the Jamiroquai official social media on August 11th of 2025, JK continues to maintain his character, this time wearing a flowery colored shirt with sunglasses, and continues to verbally pine and wanting to go back to the 1980s. In the second video, a viral video of JK, he references Ferris Bueller's Day Off, a famous 1980s comedy film, and other cultural icons and references from the 1980s, including breakdancing, BMXs, and the really rather flamboyant clothing style of the 1980s. In the second viral video that JK uploaded, still maintaining the Back to the Future referencing of wanting to go back in time to the 1980s, one can only assume that Jamiroquai Album 9 will be fixating on a merging of the old and new sounds together on the ninth said Jamiroquai album. And finally, for these speculations for Jamiroquai Album 9 from these 2 viral videos uploaded by JK in the beginning of August of 2025, finally, another repeated phrase by JK in both viral videos, was as follow: a big fat California surf wave. This could either be interpreted as a lyric fragment or an actual song title of one of the said new songs from the ninth Jamiroquai album. I kind of am been leaning in my speculation that Big Fat California Surf Wave could be in reference to potentially a lyric from one of the new 9 Jamiroquai album songs. Now, this latest Jamiroquai Album 9 Factoids infographic, updated as of August 20th, 2025, has been shared on my social media, my respected social media, and of course on the subreddits of the online Jamily. But if you'd like to see this infographic for yourself and read the updates that I shared, I'll be sure to put a link to this down in the description area of this episode of the QUAICast podcast, Jamily podcast, down below for your benefit, so you can check it out in your own time. And there are other connected infographics, including English and Espanol translations of the verbiage that JK used in both of those videos. Also included are the observations, going a little deeper detail into observations, at least the main ones that came out in the first week after these videos came out. I did a total of 4 infographics, include, like I said, the verbiage, a transcription of the verbiage used by JK in both videos, and of course the aforementioned observations in both of those videos. And I'll be additionally putting those 4 infographics additionally down in the description area of this episode of the QUAICast Jamily podcast down below, that you can check out on your own time after this upload of this episode on Spotify. Any further updates from Jamiroquai Album 9, I will definitely be on top of once I learn them, when they become available, whether confirmed or unconfirmed. And you certainly will be finding more of those updates, aforementionedly, on my future YouTube content on the Jamiroquai Minute and Jamirofan Talks About, and of course future episodes here on the QUAICast Jamily podcast. But as always, this is Jamirofan 2000. Thank you again for listening to the QUAICast Jamily podcast, and I'll see you again really soon with more Jamiroquai related information about the band members and of course the band Jamiroquai as they become available here on the QUAICast Jamily podcast. Thanks for listening, everyone, and I'll see you around.